The topic of this video is Reading Data into SAS, Part 1. Here is the graphic I showed in the introductory lecture. This week we will focus on how we take raw data that got entered into the computer and bring it into SAS to create a SAS dataset that can be used for analysis. There are two sources for raw data. Instream Data is where you actually type it into the SAS program. This approach is good for small data sets. The other source for data is from external files. They can be text files, or from a spreadsheet such as Excel, or a database like Access or Oracle, or there can be a SAS dataset, which we will be talking about later in the class. The type of data we are going to focus on in this lecture is text files. Text files are simple character files that you can create or view in a text editor like Notepad. They also may be created as dumps from spreadsheet files like Excel. Text files can be delimited data, where variables are separated by some special character, such as a comma, or they can appear in fixed positions, where data is organized into columns. The following slides show how data may look in a text file. Here, spaces are used to delimit or separate free-formatted data. This is the most common way you will type the data directly into your program. There are 5 variables here and 5 observations. The variables are clinic, diastolic blood pressure at 6 months, systolic blood pressure at 6 months, diastolic blood pressure at 12 months, and systolic blood pressure at 12 months. Note here that if the data is missing, it is indicated by using a period. Here we see the same data separated with commas. Note again that missing data is identified with a period. Here we see the same data, but note the missing data is identified by multiple commas. This type of file is called a CSV file, and it's easily produced in Excel. For column data, a codebook is necessary for you to know the starting and ending positions of each variable. You will need to instruct SAS on the positions of each variable. For Instream Data, data that you type within the program, you will need 4 statements to instruct SAS that the data has been entered directly into the program. You will need a data statement, an input statement, a data lines statement, and a semicolon on a line by itself to end the data. You can also have an in-file statement used with Instream Data to indicate certain options, but it is not required. The other statements, the data, input, data lines, and semicolon, are all required with Instream Data. When data comes from an external file, there are 3 essential statements required to instruct SAS how to access your data. Again, you will need a data statement. You will need an in-file statement which tells SAS where to find the data and how it is organized. And you will need an input statement to tell SAS which variables to read in. The SAS demonstration video, Reading Data 1, provides examples of programs that read text files that are in-stream data and programs that access data from external files.